Creating a GenePattern module is a two-step process. The first step is to write a program that executes your desired function. You can use the language of your choice, such as C or Perl. The GenePattern Programmer's Guide, found at genepattern.org, provides guidelines for writing programs that will be run as GenePattern modules. The second step uses GenePattern to create a module that invokes the program that you have written. It takes just a few minutes to enter the necessary information. You decide which parameters from the algorithm to expose to the user, and you can replace the command line parameter names that are hard to remember with names that are self-explanatory. You can also create drop-down list choices for parameters to reduce the possibility of invoking the module with incorrect values. Note that this can only be done on a server where you have administrative permissions. So for instance, you cannot create a new module on the public server. To speak to someone about adding a module to the public server, please contact us at gp-help@broadinstitute.org. For this tutorial, we will create a module named log_transform. The program invoked by this module is a Perl script which log_transforms all positive values in a dataset and sets all negative or zero values to 0. To begin creating the module that will invoke our script, click Modules and Pipelines, New Module. This displays the module definition form. We can now enter values for the module parameter fields. Note that clicking the help icons will display more information about each field. We will name this module log_transform, a short descriptive name containing no spaces or punctuation. We don't need to enter an LSID, as this will be automatically assigned when the module is saved. Our description will read log_transform_a_data GCT file. List yourself and give your affiliation in the author field. You may also choose to list your email address here if you would like to provide this as a means for users to contact you with questions about your module. We'll make this module private, meaning that only you, the creator, or an administrator can view and run the module. If we'd selected public, that would allow all users connected to the server to view and run the module. The quality level is an indication of where this module is in its development cycle. For this tutorial, we'll choose pre-production to indicate that we've finished development, but the module is not yet ready for production. In the text box for command line, we type or copy and paste the command line that will be used by GenePattern to invoke our module. Typically, you enter the command line as a combination of fixed text and variables defined by GenePattern. This allows the command line to be independent of the operating environment and allows different values to be specified at different invocations of the command. In this tutorial, the command line uses the following variables. Note that the variables are wrapped inside angle brackets. Perl represents the full path to the Perl installation used by GenePattern. libdir represents the full path to the directory that contains the files for this module, including the program file. The Perl script log_transform.pl expects two parameters as an input file and an output file. -f input file name, -o output file name. When your program has parameters, you include them in the command line and also define them in the parameters field, which will be described shortly. This module best fits in the pre-process and utilities category, can be run on any CPU and any operating system. The module's language is Perl, and this is the first version, so we'll indicate that here. We select GCT from the list of file formats, as this is the format required by this module. We will now browse to the location of our script, any other files needed to execute the module, and our documentation file. When a user displays this module and clicks the Help button, GenePattern will display this support file. Note that GenePattern requires documentation files to have standard text extensions, such as PDF, text, or doc. The parameters field allows us to define the module's input and output parameters. These are the names and descriptions GenePattern will display when a user runs the module. In the first row, we'll fill in the information for the input file parameter. The name will be input.filename. Note that here we did not use angle brackets as we did in the command line. We want to tell users what this parameter is for, so we provide a description. Choosing a file type will determine what kind of interface is needed. Choose Input File means the user will have the option to browse to a file or provide a URL. File format informs users of the expected format. In the second row, we'll provide information about the output file, first giving the parameter a name of output.file, then providing a description of this parameter, and indicating the type of user input. In this case, we'll use text, allowing the user to specify their output file name. Now that we provided all of the information needed to create the module, we can click Save. We'll now run the module to be sure that it has been added to the GenePattern server correctly. If it turns out that there was an error, or if we decided we wanted to change something, we can edit the module as many times as needed. To edit the module, select the module name, then click Edit in the upper right-hand corner. This will bring us back to the module definition page, where we can edit all aspects of the module as needed. When we save our edits, a new version of the module is saved. For more information about creating modules in GenePattern, please visit genepattern.org.